Welcome back, everybody. Topic number 4 this week is one that makes a lot of people super uncomfortable, which makes it fun for us. Financial control. We're going to be talking about what financial control is, what it's not, and then we're going to talk about some individual elements that feed into and will help foster and empower you as an individual to not only grow your professional portfolio, but also your personal financial portfolio, which both are equally important, especially when they go hand in hand with one another. So let's first talk about what is financial control. So I could go wiki, I could go Google. We all have our own definitions of what financial control is. But at the end of the day, financial control is knowing what it is you're spending, what it is you're bringing in, and how those are balancing one another. Financial control is about empowering you as the individual. Again, thinking about this both personally and professionally, but empowering you as an individual to make that ebbs and flows, or those debits and those credits. That's right, I just threw out an auditing term and accounting, for lack of a better word. But it's talking about those ins and outs, the credits, the debits, and then what you have left at the end of the month or the quarter or the year. In order for you to be successful, you have to have financial control. Let's talk about real quickly what financial control is not, okay? Financial control isn't just knowing what's coming in, what's going out on an occasional basis. Financial control is being able to identify and know and predict and budget accordingly for expenses, things that you're gonna need. Not necessarily want, but you're gonna need, because you're gonna have to have those things in order to make your business run. What else it is not? It is not something that is just about spending, the return you're going to get, the gains. It is not something that you should take lightly. And it's not something that you can do behind a closed curtain. Let me tell you why. I would say, in my experience, anytime I ever tried to do something that had to do with investing a large portion of money into something, I would not have been successful had I not sought counsel, for lack of a better word, asked an expert, asked a mentor. Heck, sometimes I asked my parents, what sounds right about this? I can go off of feelings all day long. In fact, I pride myself off of that. But you can't just go off of feelings alone. You have to go off of research. You have to understand what's worked, what hasn't worked. You have to look at market trends. And there are tons and tons of resources and people out there that are more than happy to help you navigate those crazy, weird waters. So here are 4 main things that you right here, can do to help foster that financial control that we also desperately want in our lives. Mindset, number 1. I cannot beat this into your brain heavy enough. It is all about the mindset. Whenever I was working for a number of companies over the past 20 years, I had a positive mindset. It was in the back of my mind that I am going to be successful. I am going to do what it takes to make this happen and to make people understand why this is important. That is an incredibly challenging thing to do, especially when you're working with a group of individuals that maybe aren't so comfortable with change. Or maybe you're working with people that don't necessarily fully understand or see your vision and are skeptical of investing their hard-earned dollars into something that you're trying to portray as being a great investment. We have to shift our mindset. If we think we can do it, we can do it. But that doesn't mean you can do it by yourself. Oftentimes that means you have to have help, and that's okay. You should want that help, because that help is going to be what takes you from this point to this point. The next one, topic number 2, understand. Sure, we can all understand that there's a bank account that when somebody pays you, that's for services and goods rendered, and that goes here, and then my expenses are office supplies, the people I pay, the lights, the gas, whatever it is. We all understand that at a high level, but truly breaking it down and understanding what you're spending your money on and where your money is going is key to financial control. because you can't change what you don't know. You can't fix what you don't know is broken. And maybe it's not even broken. Maybe it just needs some fine tuning. That oftentimes, I learned that firsthand from my dad. I wouldn't have the first clue about how expensive it would have been had I not listened to him about simple things like oil changes, checking my tire pressure. But, I'd gladly go spend $200 to get both of those things done when I could have done it for free by myself. So it's truly understanding what you need versus what you want. Number 3, time management. Let me tell you, I'm looking at you right in the eyeballs. I am the worst at time management. The only reason why I was successful in my career previously is because I had a lot of patient people that pushed me, that held me accountable, that made sure I was staying on task. Even in this position right now, I have people that are constantly pushing me, reminding me, holding me accountable, saying, hey, this is due right now. No, now. And you know what? Sometimes that hard love is what you got to do. But time management is key, because time is money. I'm sure everyone's heard that phrase. But if you are spending an excess amount of time focused on one item, and that one item isn't going to yield you the return that you're looking for in order to thrive as a business or to thrive as an individual, you're wasting your time. Sometimes less is more. And sometimes things don't always have to be perfect. And I'm preaching to the choir here, believe me. As I'm saying this, I'm preaching to myself. So just keep that in mind. Positive mindset. Have a comprehensive understanding of what your portfolio looks like. Keep your personal stuff separate from your professional stuff. But what I was horrible at, I could manage the heck out of millions and millions of dollars on the professional side. But when it came to my own personal side, I didn't have a clue. And it's because I got lazy and I got complacent. And those are 2 items you cannot do, regardless of personal or professional. Again, time management. 4th, know your income streams. I cannot speak to this enough. Know your income streams. What's going in, what's coming out. Always be aware. Don't ever assume that the way that you want your money budgeted, or the way that other people's money is budgeted, is going to be the way that they're going to handle it for you. You have to have a roadmap. You have to have a plan. Even if you end up, taking a curve away from, this path that you had set forward, that's okay. That's all part of the journey. But having a roadmap, a financial one, will help you maintain that control. So if you get off track, or if you have life happens moments, which we all have them, we all do, and we're always going to, we're better prepared to handle those situations and won't be as reactionary. I am very reactionary. Let me tell you, I can be. But I've also learned the hard way. And what we're trying to do for you is help share these experiences so that you don't have to go down that same path and experience those same struggles that some of us have had to in our previous years. So at the end of the day, your mindset, keep it positive. And if you're starting to feel that downward spiral, that's okay. Reach for help. That's what people are there for. Understand. Make sure you have a full and comprehensive view of what your portfolio looks like. You've got to be comfortable and you've got to be transparent. And you cannot sit behind a curtain and do it by yourself. There can't be secrets when it comes to financial control. Time management. Time is money. But also, sometimes quality invests more quantity, which means sometimes it takes a little bit more time than what we'd want to get something done and get it done correctly. That's okay. But seek counsel if you don't know what the right amount of time is. Or maybe you feel you're spending too much time on something. Maybe you are. But people can help with that, and that's okay. So, the alternative to all of these, of course, you make X number of dollars, you know what your monthly expenditures are. So if you want to be successful, you spend less, earn more. But there's a trade that comes with that. You're probably going to have to give up something in order to spend less. And if you need to earn more, you're going to have to work more. Are you willing to take those hours away from whatever else you're dedicating them to? Me personally, I'm not anymore. I have a family to take care of. I have a family that I want to be engaged with. So that's important to me. So if you should take anything from today, your homework would be to answer this one question. Do you have financial control?